Hey everybody, today we're taking a look at the new Phomemo PM64D thermal printer, and if you thought thermal printers were only for shipping labels, think again. This model features a full color touchscreen, Bluetooth capability, and works with a wide variety of labels. So we'll be testing out some shipping labels, smaller custom labels, and even some specialty rounds. Now this is everything that's included in the box in no particular order. We've got a USB-A to USB-C cord. This allows you to plug it directly into your computer or hub for a nice wired connection. And if your computer only has USB-C ports, they've got a nice little converter included as well. You've got your power supply right here. There's a label holder included, and this is great for your round spools and auto feeding. And then we have the label printer itself, which has a nice lightweight, compact design. This thing looks really sleek. Now for a little side-by-side comparison, this is my current thermal printer right here. This is a Rollo. I've actually had this thing for 5 years. It was my first thermal printer. It's been a workhorse and it served me well. Compared to the Phomemo, it is definitely larger, both length, width, height, yes, and substantially heavier than the Phomemo. But really the kiss of death here with it being 2025 nowadays is it has none of the fancy bells and whistles. It's a wired unit only, meaning I need to plug it into the computer in order to print labels. It doesn't have any Bluetooth, doesn't have a touch screen, doesn't have an app interface, none of that. So this is a much needed upgrade for me and my label needs. And one of the biggest benefits that I'm really excited about is the Bluetooth capability, the app interface, and that anybody can print a label in our household, which means my girlfriend can stop asking me to print her return labels because I'm the only one that has the wired thermal printer. So this makes it really convenient because I can print via Bluetooth if I want to from my computer, her computer, or both of our phones, Apple and Android. I get her set up, she just prints it, she comes over, she pulls the label, and all is good in the world. It has the world's first screen-equipped shipping label printer, starts a new era of shipping printing. You can print any label, and if you want to reprint the last label without reopening the app, reconnecting your phone, or resending the file. You can make multiple copies of your last print. From setting, you can adjust display and brightness of the screen, calibrate the label printer, change languages, product information, and restore setting to factory. From the Help Center, you can get QR code to scan for the app connectivity. Now getting the printer set up is going to be pretty quick, simple, and straightforward. On the left-hand side here, you've got your power input, just insert there. There's a USB-C port that you're going to be able to use if you want to plug directly into the computer for wired printing. And then on the right-hand side is a button, and if you press this, it's going to allow you to open up the top right here in case you ever need to access the internals. Maybe there's a paper jam, something happens, I don't know. We've got these little spreaders right here. These are the feeders. If we look at these from a slightly different angle, this is where you're going to feed the labels through, and they easily slide closer or further apart. You could just do one if you want to, so that as you're using different label sizes, you can get it adjusted appropriately, and then you just feed it in the back through here, label up. So for example, what I've got here today that we're going to test out, we've got some 2x2 rounds, and it's actually a flower right here. You're going to see that shortly. Right, this one's more of like a hologram 2x2. This is a 3x4 label. This is a 1x4. So if you want to just like label, you're putting barcodes, SKUs on. And then we've got the 4x6, which is what you typically see for shipping labels. And then we've also got this included label holder that attaches right onto the bottom, so you're just going to line it up with the little notches on each side, and then you can thread the spool right on top of it, just like this right here, boom, and then you can take whatever your label is, thread this through here, drop it in, and then it's going to hold it and feed it as we print off. So I want to show you what it looks like to load up your first label, and then we'll take a look at the software. So once you get the little guides to the appropriate width, you're going to slide your first label in, and then watch this. Now it's calibrated and it knows what size label you're using here. It just feeds it forward, it kind of knows where the separation is, and then it pulls it back, and now you're ready to print. If I wanted to put something else in, I could press this button to release the piece of paper, right? And maybe I want to switch over to something a little bit different, like these 3x4 labels here. Same process, this is the same width, which is nice, and I can feed this through and then get it in here into the little ramps. Yep, push it down. And then now this is ready to print 3x4 label. Now that we're ready to use the printer, you're gonna wanna download this app right here. It's called Label Life with one L, not two, between label and life. And then when you open it up, it's gonna set up, and it's actually gonna give you an option to print a test label right off of the bat. But I'm gonna show you how easy it is to pull an image off of the internet like I did, okay? So basically I went to Google, I searched for a test label, and something came up like this, and then I saved it to my device. So if we go back into Label Life right here, I'm gonna do image printing, which is right here at the top. Okay, it's a 4x6" label right here, but we can actually switch different sizes if we're printing something different. You can hit this button right here, which is going to be add. We're going to search for our image, which is right here. This pops up. I'm like, yes, this is the one I want to use. I'm going to hit completed. It's going to populate it and put it in, and then I'm going to hit confirm, and now we're ready to print this out. Very simple. Watch this. I hit print. Out comes the label. You tear it off, and you're good to go. You can print labels in just 1 second with 203 dots per inch's high definition printing. You can print labels for all major platforms like Amazon, eBay, Shopify, USPS, UPS, FedEx, and sizes from 4x6 shipping labels to small barcodes and address labels. So let's try some smaller labels. These are 2.5 inch by 1, so maybe you're an e-com seller or Amazon where you need to put a barcode of some sort on top. We're gonna come up here to image printing. We're actually gonna change it because it is smaller, so it's gonna be a custom size label. Okay, the width, okay, down here is gonna be 2.5 inches, and it's 1 inch high. And then we're gonna come over here. We're gonna add it in, and I had a label made by ChatGPT, which is nice and easy, so you can always use AI to help you, but that's what it's gonna look like. We're gonna select it, hit completed, confirm, and we're gonna hit print, and it instantly comes out. But really, what if I've got a bunch of products that need to be labeled? It's the copies. Let's just push this up to, how about 15 for fun? Print. And look at them just come pouring right out. And then they tear them off. And then look at this. Does this not look like what typically comes in the mail for you? On the other hand, if we go back to my other design here and open up Beer is Awesome. Yes, we're gonna go through the same process. Hit print. I would set this as a default on my computer, but once again, just for good measure, you can see this. We're gonna switch it to a 2x2 label, which is right there. Boom, right there, it's already putting it in. Okay, so we're good. I don't know, I have scale to fit, perfect. I'm gonna hit print, right? And this one, when you take a look at that, looks a million times better because we're using, you know, monochrome type of stuff here, okay? And then if I wanted to print off a bunch of these, right, I can come back, we can hit print, you know, because beer is awesome. Let's do 10 of these total right here, just like this. There we go, and now we got a bunch of fun stickers we can pass out whenever, wherever we want. And then if you wanted to print labels or stickers that have a fun little design, kind of like this, post-print that peel out right here, we've got options. So I made another fun little design with ChatGPT, right? We're just gonna print this out right here really quick, and that's gonna come out just like so. And this is what it actually looks like when it's printed here. So if you're okay with where the design prints within something like this, it's a little more shaped, you can just go with it, but you might need to offset it down just a few notches here and there to get it centered perfectly depending on what exactly it is that you're printing. So overall, the setup is super simple and straightforward. The wireless connectivity works flawlessly, and the fact that they have an app that's really easy to use to upload your different images or PDFs and print on demand, right there, I call that a game changer. This is a great upgrade, small, compact, lightweight. Welcome to label printing or stickers or what have you in 2025.